Brandon. Now I'm on my soapbox, Brandon. When you weren't with us, I'm on my soapbox talking about all my friends who retired in Minnesota. Brandon, I think you can hear us now and I can hear you. What's driving this shortage?
I said when you demoralize, defund, and dehumanize police officers, you're not going to find men and women that are willing to put their lives on the line when they don't feel protected by the community or protected by the city council or any of the leaders that are out there. You know, being a police officer isn't an easy job. This isn't something that you sign up for because you become rich one day. It's that people are willing to make the sacrifices that most people won't make. People are willing to go out and risk their lives for perfect strangers to do a job that God has called them to do. And so when you don't protect them, you're not out supporting them. When they get into an altercation with a criminal and you want to send them to prison for the rest of their lives, nobody's going to sign up for this. It's not an easy job. So I wish that people would internalize and understand that these are humans. These are people that we need in our society. And if we are not going to stand up for them, they're not going to be around.
And Brandon, this has real world effects. New Orleans, their city council's data now says that they now lead the nation for the highest murder rate per capita. And at the same time, officers are fleeing their police department in droves with few applying to replace them. So are American cities with this trend, and it's a trend across American cities, in a death spiral unless they get some political change?
1,000%, they are in trouble. People don't realize what they have until it's gone. People take the luxury of going to sleep at night, hoping and praying that they're safe and that will be protected by police officers. But when they're not around, these criminals will become emboldened. A lot of crime is committed through opportunity. When you have police on the street, when you have police officers proactively policing, when you have them saturating particular areas, the criminals have to hunker down and they're not out, exposing people to become victims. But when you have the police officers that are not proactively policing like we've seen in Chicago, they're out. Guns are circulating, drugs are circulating. They are out to kill and destroy communities. And if police officers aren't there to thwart them, we have no chance. And this is why I'm a huge advocate of trying to get or pushing people to own their own firearms and to be proficient. So when cops are not there to help you, you can at least help yourself and be safe.
I know you are really good buddies with Cori Bush, who's a congresswoman from Missouri, who is also a Black Lives Matter activist, and that helped propel, her entry into politics. So she refuses to rein in all the defund the police nonsense, but we learned that she spent nearly $400,000 in campaign cash, Brandon, for private security, according to federal financial filings. So the connected and the elite always get their protection, but it's the regular people, the workaday people, who always suffer under these inane policies, always, without fail.
1,000%, Lord. We are peasants compared to them. They don't believe that you need protection because they don't care about your protection. They don't care if you die. They don't care about the young people dying in the middle of the street in drive-by shootings because they are protected by armed security. These people do not care about you, your life, or anything other than political leverage. The only reason Cori Bush and others are saying the things that they're saying because they want to play on our emotions to get votes. If they really cared, they will be advocating for the Second Amendment. They would advocate for police officers to be refunded or even funded in a more effective way because police officers need more training. If you want to combat police officers making poor decisions, you want to combat police officers maybe not being able to communicate with the public, then they need more training. And that's going to come with more funding. But I want to be very clear. They don't care.
No.
The cities are going to burn to the ground before they actually take proactive measures.
Yeah, well, and if they just said something simple like don't resist the police when they ask you to do something and you're not going to get shot, but they don't want to say that. They never want to say that. But that's in every case. If you don't resist the police, you usually will be totally fine. So, Brandon, thank you tonight.